when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble. Tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got a man. It's Smith. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do it. Hard to get inside the kicker's head. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knocking through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Baxter. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Longhorns are flying down the field. From the gun, the ground game. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Calling over the middle, it's Moore. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking to throw, it's Manning. It's Baxter. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got attention. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Grabs a short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They'll go to the ground. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second along from the 21. Lewis wants to pass. And the quarterback sacked at the 12.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in third and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory.
Seems like when you come out, those shadow runs, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, this offensive line, they've just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, you can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. Those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Lewis to throw. He's going to run it. Love to see these third down conversions
conversion by this offense.
The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Smith. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Tigers have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
That's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Release to the back. All by himself. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
And the Longhorns will snap it on first and 10. Power football with the run. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the running back. Quick spin on the run. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He just kept a big, powerful
run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Snap to the back.
Line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Gets it to him on the screen. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. And the Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Lewis wants to pass. Unleashes one. And wings it incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Memphis will be forced to punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Secures it at the 30. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, David.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. He fires to the left side. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
And I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll run it from the gun. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gets away. He's going to take off. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. It's Manning. Will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the first down, and let's see if they try to convert on fourth. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. And this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
With the run on first and goal. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Going to swing it on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be fourth down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. True as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to...
Breaks into the open. Got the first down. Looking for more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. Just too much heat that time, and they
off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Lewis to throw. Quick strike complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the mark. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return, gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
But when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on 3rd down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Leaves it with the back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Manning. Finds his big tight end. Got some room in it at the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he walks it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pick.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Memphis will be forced to punt. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Throws to the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Lewis wants to pass. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns
This offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good, and you can't even protect your quarterback on third down. Like, everything going the other direction.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Past the first down marker and still running. There he goes. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Okay, rising. Looking like rising. Okay.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. He'll set up to throw. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. He'll keep it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Man, that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. 1 big run for a score. And now in the pitch, the ball's loose.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping.
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Lewis to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block. Only you send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
No good.
Why?
Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge.
No, now I can just run out the clock.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again, he's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Manning. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. They're going to ride this running back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Handoff from the gun. Oh, what a move. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Under fire. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Lewis wants to pass. Hauls it in. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Gives it on the option. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Longhorns line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try the run. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The inside handoff. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great game, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Gets the back moving. On the snap, it's Wingo. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Wingo. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long, and here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Texas! Put it in the window for the score.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
How in the world did he miss that? They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Catches it inside his 20, chance to really gain some ground. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabs behind the line. It's Smith.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Lewis to throw. They'll run the screen. Across the 45. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another first down. Wants to throw it. Under fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Offense walks to the line for play play number 7 of the drive. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Back to throw, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, the defense finally gets a stop there, but a big reason why they've got the lead right now is because of this dude toting the rock. And David, it just seems like he's been getting better as the game's gone on.
Yeah, and the defense
Makes the catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
No good. Because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, 2nd miss of the day. We might not see him again.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Off-play action. Fires to the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and lead the clock.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
And man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
Well, with with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. And the Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Caught behind the line. It's Baxter. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now upcoming.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. Dropping back, it's Manning. Got the back over the middle. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Yeah, and a really good job by the QB understanding it. Seeing the running back, waiting for him to break. He runs the angle route, breaks inside, throws it right in front of him. Nice touch by the QB, Palmer.
Yeah, it's really important to have that touch too, Dave, because you got to remember, these running backs, yeah, they've got good hands, but they're not stud wide receivers, so the location of the throw has to be good. And also, you got to put a little bit of touch on it to make it easy for him. If you make it easy, he'll make the catch and get you the first down.
And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Right back to the well. Picks up the first down, still moving. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Working on that clock. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. The Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Finds his big tight end. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it.
Oh, he can almost catch the ball's loose.
Those pitches, those laterals, whatever you want to call them, the more times you do those in a game, the more likelihood you have of putting that pigskin on the ground. They put it on the ground there. Ball gets out. It happens. It's going to be a part of the game, but it's also the part of the game for coaches. When they get you to the sidelines, they're going to tell you about it. And they're not going to tell you about it in good language.
The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Might as well stick with him. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20. Finding open areas. Here comes the Texas offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Simon. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Simon. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a 1st down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. What a disappointment. No good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong.
Not the day that this kid was hoping to have here. After that miss, he's now only 2 for 5. He's cost his team 9 points already.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Cross. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way through the football.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Paul.